Riyadh and Jeddah, then and now. The old oasis town of Riyadh was an area of about 1 square kilometer, with a population of about 14,000. There were many mud brick houses, mosques, and other buildings inside the walls of the city. Today, most of the buildings and walls of the old city are in ruins. But the Al-Masmak fort and some parts of the walls were restored and are in better condition. Nowadays, Riyadh is home to a population of almost 5.5 million and covers an area of more than 1,500 square kilometers. Modern building complexes and skyscrapers like the Kingdom Center, the Al Faisaliya Center, and the Riyadh TV Tower are now attractions of the new city. Balad, the old part of Jeddah, was a group of 3 to 5-story buildings with beautiful wooden balconies. The roads were narrow to protect pedestrians from the sun during the hot months and offer shelter from strong winds. All the woodwork was beautifully carved and decorated. There were plazas and souks where vendors from different places showed their products. Present-day Jeddah is an attractive, modern port city with tall buildings, beautiful homes, and a wide range of stores and hotels. Majid Ahmed Abdullah, then and now. Majid Ahmed Abdullah is the best football striker in the history of Saudi Arabia. He is also the all-time goal leader of the Saudi national team. He was born in Jeddah, but moved to Riyadh with his family when he was very young. Majid's father was a football manager. Majid and his friends used to play for a club called Al Nasser while he was still in high school. They were too young to join a football tournament, but their team was finally accepted after a 3-1 win in a game against an important Riyadh team. Majid holds 2 national records, one when he scored 5 goals in an international game against the national team of Qatar in 1979, and another one when he scored 4 goals against India during the 1984 Summer Olympics. A. What was the population of Old Riyadh?
It was about 14,000 people.
Was Majid in Jeddah when he was a teenager?
No, he wasn't. He was in Riyadh.
B. Where were you born?
I was born in
Majid Ahmed Abdullah, nicknamed Arabian Pele, is the best football striker in the history of Saudi Arabia. He was born in Jeddah on November 1st, 1959. His father was a football manager, so Majid grew up in a home where football was the main topic of interest. As a young student at Al Jazeera Elementary School, he used to watch the older kids play football all the time, learning as much as possible. A couple of years later, he started playing for his school and neighborhood team as a goalkeeper. Then, one day when the team striker was absent, Majid replaced him and led his team to a surprising 3-1 victory. That was the beginning of his career as a young footballer. Majid was a student at the Al-Mutawassit Al-Taniya High School when he and his friends formed a team that participated in a tournament and won. Soon after, Majid joined the Al Nasser Football Club and played for youth teams from 1975 to 1977. He joined the under-17 national team of Saudi Arabia in 1977 and went on to score 7 goals in 3 matches in the Tabriz Championship. He became a member of the senior national team in 1978 and participated in all the major games for 16 years. The total number of goals that Majid scored during his career reaches the record number of 549 goals. Majid won Premier League trophies for his team and titles such as Top Scorer, Arabian Player of the Century, and more. He holds 2 national records.
You were late for class. Where were you?
Sorry I was late. I was in the library.
Hi, Leo. Don't you remember me? Neil Roberts. I was in your class in 9th grade.
Oh, yeah. Sure, I remember you. How are things?
Okay. Do you ever see any of our old classmates?
Not very often. How about you?
From time to time. Remember Keith Anderson? He was always the winner of school competitions. He is a management consultant now.
Really? What about Derek Adams? He was really smart.
Yes, he was. Now he's a successful businessman and my boss.
You're kidding.
A real giant. In China, his nickname is Little Giant. In the West, they call him the Great Wall. Yao Ming is 7 feet 6 inches, 2.29 meters tall. He was born on September 12, 1980, in Shanghai, China. His parents were both tall. Their beds were extra long, and their clothes and shoes were in special large sizes. His dad was a successful basketball player. Yao wasn't interested in basketball as a child. He was tall but very thin, and he wasn't very strong. Yao's parents were very encouraging, and by the age of 12, he was serious about basketball. His progress at Shanghai's sports academy was excellent. Soon, he was on his local youth team. Yao's big chance to play for the Chinese national team was in 1999 in the Asian Cup. By 2002, he was a member of the Houston Rockets, one of the top professional teams in the U.S. At the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Beijing in 2008, he was the flag carrier for the entire Chinese team and a member of the basketball team. Yao Ming is a celebrity, and his smiling face appears in commercials around the world. He has fans everywhere. In his free time, Yao likes to go home to China and enjoy his mom's cooking. He says he misses hanging out with his friends at home and playing video games.